Welcome back to some more Umineko When They Cry. So, where we last left off, this was a very interesting part one for episode 7. There are like two new characters. We had Willard, who's the former Inquisitor, and then you have the other one who's Leon. It was sure me Leon or was a lion. Well, either way, it is supposedly the first child. See, that's the weird part, right? What if my part of my theory thought was like it reverted back to episode 5 where Natsuki was supposedly supposed to have their first child, but this is the weird part, right? What if not? There's no way Leon was born from Natsuki, from as part of my theory. What what if there's some romanticizing between within the family members behind the scenes, you know? Or what? Maybe Leon is adopted. I don't fucking know. It is something to do with episode 5, but normally I wouldn't really explain this any further unless it's like during a live stream. And Willard is the whatchamacallit, supposedly the better battler, quote unquote, per se, but I'm not really sure. But we'll see how this goes, because because normally Willard is not interested. He's not interested in like all of the characters except for Leon. Maybe Burnt Castle, considering that Burnt Castle gave him a challenge, is to like solve the game within itself. So there's that in mind. So let's continue. Outside, it was still raining. When Cannon saw the guest and the successor approaching the reception desk, he bowed deeply.
ご苦労様です。休んで結構ですので、外してもらえますか？
カノンです。かしこまりました。
Good old Cannon. Cannon bowed deeply, then disappeared.
下々の名前まではいちいち覚えていないってか。
Oh, the fucking rain cuts off. I don't know why it usually happens every time. I'm assuming this is like a sound bug type of thing. But I am using the Ushiromiya project, so it's not surprising.
当家には若い使用人が大勢出入りしており、入れ替わりも頻繁ですので。
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, considering the mention of that one servant from like what Natsuki said from like episode 2, I'm pretty sure there are servants that come in and out, so.
さて、何をどう理解させてくれるのですか？あなた様は何者で、当家にどのようなご用がおありで？もちろん、納得させてくれなくて構いません。このままお帰りいただければいいだけですので。
もう帰れねえのさ。俺も、誰もな。
もういい加減にしてくれませんか？そのよくわからない煙に巻くような喋り方は。
Judging from what he said, it sounds like he's either fear mongering or just like doomer, but being pretty doomer about it. But I'm 100% sure this is gonna be it's foreshadowing that that this island is gonna be fucking closed off.
私にだって我慢の限界というものがあります。私では見送りにならないというなら、源氏と合田にお送りさせてもいいのですよ。
騒ぐな。こいつを見てろ。
見ればわかります。葬儀用のバラです。まさか手品でも見せてくれるおつもりで。
Will took one of the flower offerings, then showed it to Leon as though pointing out that there were no mechanisms or tricks. Then he slowly lifted it upwards.
見てろ。
Well, what is he gonna do with that rose, I wonder?
ええ、見てますよ。鳩でも飛び出すんですか？それともクラッカーと万国旗にでも？
She's... This person's like, huh? Will threw the rose. Anyone would have expected it to fly in an arc and land in some puddle. It didn't, which was why Leon had been struck dumb. The rose thrown by Will certainly had flown in an arc. It should have sped on rapidly through the air. However, as soon as it passed out from the shade of the eaves and was about to reach the rain, it stopped right in midair as though the air surrounding it had turned into syrup. That wasn't all. As it hung in midair, the rose's beautiful golden petals began to darken one after another, and it became a black husk, like burnt charcoal. And even after this happened, it remained suspended there in the air.
これは何の手品ですか？
動くな。
Leon had moved closer to try and touch the remains of the rose, which still hung in the air. Will had roughly blocked the way with his arm. It was as though he was telling Leon that leaving this place meant certain death. He's doing the fucking meme, the one bit with the whole let it cook. What the fuck?
この礼拝堂がかけらから切り離された。この礼拝堂は今濃縮された時間の渦に閉じ込められている。
それはどういうことですか？
Yeah. Why are you showing me this?
めんどくせえからはしょる。つまりさっきの魔女のゲームに付き合わねえ限り誰もここから出られねえ。
The good old we're gonna sealed up in Rokujima type of thing. The typhoon excuse.
なんですって？もう葬儀は終わっています。お屋敷やゲストハウスに戻りたい方々もいらっしゃるでしょ。こんなことは困ります。
恨むならあの魔女を恨め。俺も帰れなくていい迷惑だ。
あの少女はあなたの友人でしょ。この変なのをやめさせてください。
あいつは今頃ポップコーンのバケツでも抱いて観客席だろうな。
Typical shitlord behavior.
呼んだって現れね
わけがわからない。
That short sentence described all of Leon's feelings at that moment. I almost said lion because it's so hard. See, I'm so used to like the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 memes to where it's like, oh, do I just say Leon or is it lion? It's too much of an Artoria meme at this rate, and Resident Evil so. However, Leon had seen the rose well through, wither in an instant in the rainy darkness. Leon tried doing the same thing with another rose, but the effect was exactly the same. No one would want to use their own body to test this fearsome something that could make roses crumble instantly.
ここから解放される方法はただ一つ。ベルンカステルのゲームに付き合うことだけだ。
ベアトリーチェを殺したのは誰かでしたか？
そいつを調べろと仰せだ。お前がそれを聞かせてくれりゃ話は早い。気まぐれ魔女は大満足。お前は厄介払いができて、俺は帰ってダイアナとデートだ。
Diana. I don't know who's the date you were referring to, but unless you're talking about the Diana from the prologue, but uh.
あまり待たせすぎるとまたソファーをズタボロにしちまうわ。
ベアトリーチェを殺したのは誰かなんて。葬儀に押しかけて遺族に聞くこととは思えませんね。
Well, sure. But, you know, it is still an interesting mystery to really go by, you know.
遺族に聞き込みはミステリーの基本だ。諦めろ。ベアトリーチェってのは当主金蔵の愛人だってのは分かってる。
あなたは本当に不思議な人だ。どうしてそこまで当家のことをご存知なのですか？
You know, the usual research.
やはり当家に縁のある方なのでは。
Will knew this much about the Ushiromiya family because Burn Castle had shown him all of the fragments so far. Of course, he had no sort of connection with the Ushiromiya family himself. Well, yeah, because he went through all the fragments from the past. aka when I say fragments, I mean the episodes worth. The very plane of his existence was on a different level.
しかしベアトリーチェはだいぶ昔に死んでいる。現時の証言では屋敷の竣工前に死んでるってことになってるが、死んだ理由は明らかじゃねえ。正直なところ殺されたってのは初耳だ。聞かせてくれ。
私の名は後宮リオンと申します。
Leon.
ウィラードだ。ウィルでいい。
Well, what's more appropriate to call him by, Willard or Will? Call him by, you know? I hope I didn't stumble based on, like, you know, pronouns, because, you know, because I know Leon is a they them, and then Willard is a dude. So for the first time, Will introduced himself. Their mutual introduction was finally complete, and Leon was finally able to talk with him on an even footing. However, Leon took a deep breath and looked up at the sky, wearing a vague smile.
ウィルさん。
ウィルでいい。俺もリオンと呼ぶ。
Yeah, he doesn't really give a. He seems like the person that doesn't really give a fuck about surnames.
ウィル。
Excuse me.
正直なところ、私にもベアトリーチェという人物のことがよくわからないのです。
なるほど。一応ゲームにはなるわけか。
If only Leon could have told him everything, revealing the truth without any effort from Will. Apparently, things wouldn't be so easy after all. I mean, these two only just met, and they just been introduced themselves.
ベアトリーチェの名と姿を後宮家に出入りするもので知らぬものはないでしょう。
大広間にでかい肖像画が飾ってあるからな。肖像画の掲示は1984年の4月だ。
That's the thing, right? And Anyone that is a part of the Ushiromiya family would just know the name Beatrice, and then the portrait of her is like they would just. I want to say all of them look up to her as like she's like the goddess of the island. Well, she's the witch of the island. This is more of a religious term that you know.
本当にあなたはどうしてそんなことまで。やれやれ。それを疑問に思うのももうやめることにします。どうせあなたにまた煙に巻かれるんですからね。
The funny thing about it is like you don't really need to be a part of the Ushiromiya family to like understand the whatchamacallit, the reasoning of like Rokujima and whatnot. Oh boy. Leon was the successor and lived in the head household. That made conversations with Kinzo an everyday occurrence. Because of this, Leon must have been used to chatting with people who are moody or hard to follow. With the understanding that getting stuck on the details would be nothing but a waste of time, the conversation naturally fell into a pattern as though Leon and this unknown man, Will, were longtime friends. Oh, Leon. What do I do with you? As soon as you meet a... If only this person knows about the whole stranger danger logic, then this wouldn't have happened. I mean... I'm not saying Willard would be a shady person, but, you know... It takes, like, you know, maybe a few episodes here and there to, like, to make sure they actually gain the trust, you know?
誰もがベアトリーチェを知っている。なのに誰も知らねえ。会ったことがあるのは当主金蔵だけだ。
当主様は今日は特にお心が不安定でいらっしゃいます。タイミングを見て私が紹介しますので、なるべく慎んだ態度でお願いしますよ、ビルさん。
話が早えな。てっきりもっと非協力的かと思ってたぞ。
長年当主様のお相手をしていると、大抵の理不尽な事態とはある種の諦めを持って接することができるようになりますので。
I guess considering how messed up the Ushiromiya family is as a whole, I mean, I've known several episodes in to realize like how dysfunctional of a family is as a whole, but it seems Leon doesn't really give a shit about it. Berncastle had set up a barrier, quote unquote, cutting the chapel off from the rest of the world. To destroy that, they would have to find out who killed Beatrice. Wait, what? The fuck? So we can't go to the mansion unless we figure out who killed Beatrice. That's a very weird puzzle of progression right there. For Leon, who had already experienced many of Kinzo's rantings, understanding this much was more than enough. Episode 1 done, just like that. Not episode 1, chapter 1. Alright, so... Rosa's confession. The Ushiromiya family members were relaxing here and there around the waiting room. Oh, I forgot they were over there. I forgot they were over there. I thought they already left the fucking chapel, but I guess Willard, the kind of person, told everyone to like wait over there, it says. A light buffet-style meal had been set up, but it was a bit stale and not particularly appealing. Even so, those voracious kids seemed to find it intensely interesting. The cousins had set up camp around it, with Maria at the center. The adult siblings had also formed a group in a different corner. Perhaps because of Kinzo's absence, everyone seemed to be a little more relaxed.
リオン、どこへ行っていたのですか？そちらの方は。母さん、お客様のお相手をしていました。ウィル、こちらは母の夏日です。
Oh boy. My man Willard is going to introduce the entirety of the family.
紹介はいらねえ。ただ話を聞かせてくれりゃいい。
え、何かおっしゃいまして？
He's going through this he's going through this detective tone.
いいえ、何も。こちらはウィルさん。個人に縁ある方だそうです。
With a smile, Leon casually smoothed over Will's words.
彼はベアトリーチェのことをより詳しく知りたがっています。母さんはベアトリーチェについては何かご存知ですか？
She's like, where do I even start from this?
リオン、個人は当主様のかつての恩人です。そしてそれ以上でもそれ以下の関係でもありません。この葬には当主様が個人への生前の恩を報いるためのお式。
So, if chapter 2 is titled Rosa's Confession, I wonder if she's actually going to like explain her story of like what she had done to Beatrice. The supposedly the resemblance according to the painting. Because I did. Hold on. Yeah, I think it was episode 3. I know episode 2 wasn't the one where it did happen, but episode 3, I did remember Rosa said something about it, but I wonder if it in episode 7 it's rewritten to where like Rosa, she actually felt like a complete bigger piece of shit than last time.
そう聞いていますし、それ以外のことは何もありません。ありがとう、母さん。ウィル、母が知っていることはこれだけです。
Great. Natsuki was eager to deny the scandal about Beatrice being Kinzo's mistress. However, she also had enough sense to realize that this scandal was probably true. Picking up that Natsuki was in a bad mood and didn't want to talk about this anymore, Leon brought an end to that conversation before Will could say something rude again.
ウィル、この礼拝堂は当家の敷地内です。
当家のルールに従えってか。
当家の客人にふさわしい口調に改めていただく。話はすべて私を返していただく。その2つを守っていただけるようお願いいたします。
I mean, Erica doesn't really give a shit about. She's not even part of family. She was acting like a complete piece of shit earlier too. So, although Erica usually seems to speak in the elegant behavior comparing to what Willard does. Willard seems like the kind of where he's like he has a little bit of a little. I don't know if the term anarchist would fit him particularly, but it seems like Willard doesn't really give a fuck because, like, oh, because even though I'm not a part of the family, I still have to be mannered about it. So,
努力すら
okay, well, I guess he'll, you know, I guess he did get some bit of pushback.
ベルーンカステルとかいう魔女に巻き込まれて大いに迷惑です。
Well, no shit.
ですから私も協力はします。しかしあなたと私の立場は対等ですので、それをお忘れになりませんよ。
Yeah, you're the one who has dragged me into this, so you know we're gonna work. Yeah, we are a part of a duo.
育ちがいいだけのお坊ちゃんだと思ってたらなかなか言うな。
これでも後ろ宮家の未来を背負う覚悟はありますので。
わかった。仲良く事件を解決しようぜ、ワトソン君。
Watson.
ご協力いただけて嬉しいです。愛病のダイアナを待たせないためにも。餌の時間は大丈夫ですか？
Your cat named Deanna? Oh, it's a cat? What the fuck? I thought Deanna was supposed... Okay. The name of it looks like I thought Willard has a wife.
今日は山盛りにしてある。
But it's a cat. Am I having a stroke?
多少は大丈夫だ。
Had I just recorded part 1 and I just left it for so long that I didn't even go back and reread it? Holy fuck. You know, this is what happens when I'm doing a blind read-through. Oh god.
よくダイアナが猫のことだと分かったな。
Wait. What? I can't believe I just got... I'm getting stun locked by this. No, Diana wasn't even... I'm pretty sure Diana wasn't even mentioned in the part 1 I recorded, but it's mentioned as a cat.
ソファーを引っかえて待ちわびる女性というのも少々個性的が過ぎると思いましたので。
Oh, right. Because of the scratch, it's like, oh, it's hinting it's a pet. My god.
それでまずは誰に話を？
誰でもいい。全員だ。
Everyone?
あそこにいるのはクラウスの兄弟たちか。
Oh, we're gonna talk with everyone. Oh shit.
向かって右からエヴァおばさん、秀吉おじさん。あちらがルドルフおじさん、キリエおばさん。そしてあちらが
後ろ宮ローザか。少女時代に森をさまよい、隠し館でベアトリーチェと名乗る女に遭遇した経験を持つ。
I wonder... Gee, I wonder if Willard is gonna prioritize talking to Rosa first.
驚くまいとは思っていますが、本当にあなたは何でも知っている。
お前もその話は知っているのか。
今日彼女がそう話しているのを漏れ聞きました。辛そうな話でしたので聞こえないふりをしましたが。
優等生だな。紹介してくれ。話を聞きたい。
辛そうな話でしたので聞こえないふりをした優等生の私に。
Even this outrageous arrogance is nothing compared to Kinzo. After muttering this several times mentally, Leon shrugged and nodded at will.
あら、次期当主様じゃない。
そちらの方は？
Oh, I guess we're gonna talk to Eva then.
ああ、エヴァおばさん。こちらはウィルさん。個人のために献花に訪れてくれました。
んなことはどうでもいい。ベアトリーチェについて知って。
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about your introduction. I'm pretty sure he got nudged by the ear.
個人と後宮家の関わりについてお話を聞きたいと言っています。
Leon spoke with a bright smile after pinching Will's. Wait, Leon pinched Will by the butt? I thought. I thought. I thought Leon like pulled like Will's ear or something, but it said Leon pinched him by the butt. That's funny. Will silently protested as though saying, "Yeah, I saw that coming, but damn, that hurt." But Leon just played dumb and smiled at Eva like a model student.
後宮家との関わりって言ってもね。
後宮家とちゅうよりお父さんとの関わりっちゅうべきやろな。
正直に言えばいいのさ。親父の愛人ってな。
愛人なんて言うとまた夏日姉さんに怒られるわよ。恩人でしょ。
そうやな。
こんな具合ですが。
Well, have you gotten your answer?
ローザ以外には興味ね。
ローザおばさんは確かベアトリーチェに会ったことがあると。
Oh, I can tell by Willard. I think Willard was trying to pressure Rosa into explaining something. This whole time, Rosa had been hanging her head. Leon's words made her shoulders quiver.
今日になって急に言い出したのよ。ちょっと信じがたい話だわ。本当なのよ。ベアトリーチェは私が殺したの。
事件解決だな。
He's like, good. Seems like we're done.
早計です。
Well, I wouldn't. Okay. Here's the weird part about episode 3. I don't think Rosa quote unquote killed Beatrice per se. Is that without guiding Beatrice out of the forest properly is like she gets too carefree on her own to where she'll put herself into danger. So maybe I can say that what Rosa did was like an extreme act of irresponsibility. Well, is there a word that is below someone that is beyond irresponsibility? Because that's what I think of Rosa when it comes to that, so. Rosa broke down crying and laid her head on the table. Kiri and Hideyoshi tried to console her.
六軒島はうっそうとした森に包まれてる。
But yeah, no shit.
私たちが知っているのはそのうちのごくわずか。屋敷とバラ庭園、そして船着き場に向かうちょっとした林道だけ。
誰も知らない広大な森のどこかに親父が隠れ屋敷を作って愛人を住まわせてるんじゃないかって話は相当の昔からあったんだ。
ローザさんは多分その隠れ屋敷に偶然たどり着いてしまったっちゅうんやろな。
しかしどうしてローザおばさんがベアトリーチェを殺したなどと。
私が連れ出さなければ彼女は死なずに済んだわ。彼女は無垢なひよこのような人だったわ。私が連れ出したから素直についてきた。何も疑わずに私の後をぴったりついてきて、私があんな足場の悪いところを歩かせてしまったから。
Well, I keep saying. Well, maybe if your dumbass didn't like take the fucking shortcuts with the cliff, then maybe none of that would have happened. What? Were you trying to take the shortcut just so you don't get caught? That's what I think.
お前は崖から足を踏み外すことを期待してそこを歩かせたのか。
What the? I wouldn't really ask. I don't know if I would ask that, but it sounds like some sort of like what Rosa did was pretty irresponsible. So.
そんなつもりはなかった。ただ海が見たいと思って。
Oh right. Because of how adventurous Beatrice is, you just thought to do that.
歩きづらそうだったから下に降りれば少しは楽になるかなと思って。
That's the funny part about episode 3 while I was like thinking by it was like, what, you think the path, you think taking a long path would be hard for Beatrice? Like
それは殺したとは言わねえ。事故だ。
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's fucking extremely irresponsible. That's part of her extreme irresponsibility.
私が連れ出さなければ合わなかった事故よ。私のせいなの。それに私は血まみれの彼女を見捨てて逃げ帰ってしまった。
あんたのせいじゃねえ。ベアトリーチェは海を一度も見たことがなかった。それをあんたが初めて見せたんだ。つい浮かれて一歩踏み外しちまったんだろう。
I mean, there's no I'm pretty sure I didn't see the wording where she saw the ocean and while she was distracted, Rosa pushed her off the cliff. Pretty sure it wasn't that. It's more of like, oh, both, attempted to climb down the cliff. Like, I don't know what's worse. Like, Rosa's irresponsibility or right around the parts where Natsuki, wanted to, like, reject, the adopted child in episode 5. I don't know, what are the...
どうしてあなたはそれを。
ベアトリーチェはあんたに感謝こそすれ恨んでるわけもね。
Excuse me.
そうかしら。本当にそうなのかしら。
柵の外の世界へ出たいと懇願したのは彼女だろう。
Oh, hey, this was supposed... the one with color, I was supposed to use it as a thumbnail, but, unfortunately... I guess that's not the case.
お前はその夢を束の間だけ叶えたんだ。俺がベアトリーチェならその束の間の時間をお前に感謝するだろうよ。
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for you finally let Beatrice touch grass for once. And when I say touch grass, I mean like she's free from Kinzo's quote unquote prison.
なのにお前がいつまでも苦しんでると知ったら申し訳なく思うだろう。ベアトリーチェはお前に感謝してる。海が青いってことを教えてくれたあんたをな。
それは本当に。
俺が保証する。
Will made that statement openly and boldly. It wasn't clear how Rosa took those words. However, it had apparently been enough to remind Rosa to take a handkerchief out of her pocket and wipe her eyes with it.
ありがとう。
その言葉はベアトリーチェが今もあんたにささやいてる。
ありがとう。
Rosa wiped her eyes with the handkerchief one more time and hung her head. It no longer looked like a fit of sobbing, but more as though she was speaking with the Beatrice of that day within her heart. One last time.
よくもそんな無責任な言葉を堂々とかけられるものです。
責任がなけりゃ女を慰めることもできねえのか。
多少は見直しました。
How many years did it torment Rosa? Now, finally, she would probably be able to face that innocently smiling Beatrice, who had seen the ocean for the first time in her life. She was the only one who could forgive Rosa. Now, the two of them could finally speak together.
どなたか存じないけれどありがとう。彼女は私を許してくれるかしら。
あんたは20年近くもそれを悩んだ。長すぎだ。彼女はもう勘弁しろと言ってだ。
そうですよ、ローザおばさん。あなたが悲しめば悲しむほどきっとベアトリーチェも悲しむでしょう。
あなたまでありがとう。私には私が許されるかどうかわからないけれど彼女が許してくれるかどうか胸の中で問いかけてみることにするわ。
Hmm.
二人ともありがとう。恥ずかしいところを見せてごめんなさい。
I wouldn't really say it's embarrassing, but, you know, whether what you did was extremely irresponsible, then I'm pretty sure Beatrice is glad that she's able to escape the suffering. I'm pretty sure Beatrice was suffering from, like, what... I don't know what Kinzo did behind closed doors in terms of, like, what he did to Beatrice. When it comes to, like, episode 3 particularly, but... this type of shit, I'm sure she's glad to see, like, what's, you know, the very outside world, you know, where it's more colorful than the one inside the hidden mansion.
綺麗事を言った下の根も乾かねえうちで恐縮だが聞かせてほしい。当時のことを。
ウィルさん。
ありがとう。大丈夫よ。話すわ。誰にも話さずにずっと隠してきたことが私の一番の罪なのかもしれないから。
お前がベアトリーチェに出会ったのは正確にはいつ頃なのか。
Upon hearing this question, Rosa closed her eyes lightly, reaching back to a past she didn't want to remember.
20年ほど昔の話よ。20いえ19年前か18年前かもしれない。
Approximately around the time when you were a little girl.
ごめんなさい。長いこと無理に忘れようとしてきたものだから、そこは少し忘れかけてるわ。
1967年のことのはずだ。
That's the thing though, when you grow like really older is like, can you really remember something what happened like a couple or a few decades ago? Ronove had guaranteed that with the red truth in the third game.
そうね。
Oh, right. 1967.
多分1967年頃だわ。あの時の出来事は写真のように鮮明に覚えてる。忘れられないの。
辛かったら無理に話す必要はありませんので。
写真のように鮮明に頼む。痛えぞリオン。
何のことやら。
家庭教師が私の内緒話を母に告げ口していたのにショックを受けて、あの日私は自暴自棄になって森の奥へ奥へどこまでもかけていったの。
This tale has also been told in a previous fragment. Back when Rosa was just a kid, she went deep into the forest, found a hidden mansion and met with the mysterious woman who called herself Beatrice.
ほんの少し分け入ることすら難しいあの深い森を。
自分でも驚くわ。あんな鬱蒼とした森をよくもあんなに深くまで。たくさんの梢や鋭い葉っぱで苛まれたわ。でもあの日の私は気にしなかった。森の奥へ消えることで永遠に消えてしまいたかったし、もし本当に森の奥に魔女の館があったなら、自分を幸せの国へ連れて行ってくれるか、カエルにでも変えて森の住人に変えてくれると思っていたから。
そしてあんたは隠し屋敷クワドリアンにたどり着き、そこでベアトリーチェと名乗る女と出会う。
ええ、あったわ。
そのベアトリーチェは肖像画のベアトリーチェと同一人物だったか。
I don't see why not.
ええ、同一人物だったわ。美しい青い瞳、黄金の髪、黒いドレス、まさにあの肖像画通りの人物だった。私はあの肖像画をお父様が掲げた時、 私が忘れようとあがいた20年の月日はお父様にとっても同じ、あるいはそれ以上の日々であったと気づき、さらなる罪に怯えたわ。
それ本当にローザさんの出会ったベアトリーチェのことなのかしら。
I mean, it could be the same one. It could be someone with a different personality, though. Immediately, Kiri spoke the question that Will had been thinking of. It would be too rash to assume that the Beatrice Kinzo met and the one Rosa met were the same person. The time and generation didn't match up.
ベアトリーチェってのは戦後すぐの頃、親父に黄金を貸し付けた勇敢マダムのはずだぜ。
お父さんはベアトリーチェの黄金を元手に後ろ宮家を復興して大金持ちになり、そして六軒島を買い取り移住するんや。ローザさんが出会ったのはそれから10年以上も先の話になるで。
10トンの黄金を自在にできるご婦人が小娘程度のわけはない。ましてやローザが会った頃にはそれからさらに10年以上が経過してる。ローザ、あんたの会ったベアトリーチェはいくつくらいに見えたのよ。
当時の私よりは年上に見えたけれど、それでも多分成人したかどうかという年に見えたわ。そう、まさに肖像画のベアトリーチェくらいの年齢よ。
中年あるいは壮年に見えたか。
大人か子供かって言われたら明らかに子供に近い年齢だったわ。中年なんてとんでもない。
だからそれじゃおかしいのよ。あんたの会ったベアトリーチェとお父様に黄金を与えたベアトリーチェ、年齢が合わないのよ。
つまり別人ということだ。
I mean, in episode 5, there's Chick Beato and Elder Beatrice. Elder Beato, but you know, they are the same, but you know, they're different. It sounds like different personalities, in all honesty.
よく似た同じ名前の別人。
娘かもしれんな。親子ならよく似とったに違いない。
愛人の娘、ありえるわ。黄金を授けたベアトリーチェとの間にお父さんは隠し子を設けたとか。
それがローザの出会ったベアトリーチェ2世ってわけか。年齢的辻褄は合うな。
Beatrice, is this some sort of like an incestual act, or
なるほど。
I don't get it.
つまりベアトリーチェと呼ばれる人物は2人いるわけですね。
I'm confused. I'm gonna stop it here for now. Well, at least there are some at least when it comes to episode 3 and compared to episode 7 right now, you know, it's just retelling the story, but you know, within a very different manner. You know, that's the thing, right? Yeah, I don't know what's behind closed doors. I don't know. I can't tell whether what Kinza did is like weird or not. So it'll be what it be at times until I figure it out later. So next part, we'll continue more within this conversation when it comes to Rosa's confession. So like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Take care.